What's up, y'all? It's girl Lady Lex, and I am back, and we here to talk about this last episode of The Shy Honey. So the episode, of course, last week, child, Emmett got shot. The episode start off, Hannibal is pulling Emmett out of Jake's apartment after Red shot him. So thankfully Hannibal pulled him out and I guess got him to the hospital, thank God. Emmett family come to the hospital, like they're not allowing Keisha to do anything. They only allowed his parents and his brother back there. Keisha and Tiff, you know, had to sit in the lobby or whatever. Keisha was going through it. More people arrived. You know, it ended up being like a waiting room full of people. Like, it was a bunch of people checking on Emmett. And Nook shows up and he tell Keisha to come, you know, talk to him to the side for a second. And he kind of like asked him what happened, you know, whatever. And she told him about Damien coming home beat up from Reg. And, you know, that Emmett went over to Reg's place or whatever to fight because he was mad because somebody had did something to his brother. Well, because Reg had did something to his brother, had beat his brother up or whatever. Baby, Nook want revenge. Nook. We're gonna talk about Nook because Nook just did a whole lot this episode. But anyway, he basically tell that he gonna help. He tell Keisha he gonna help because he agreed to help the cops find Reg. Nook, it's one thing for you to be working for the police, which is idiotic in itself. Like, no shade, I'm gonna let them folks do their job. I'm not working for you, you know what I'm saying? That's stupid. No, I'm not working for you. Especially with stuff that don't directly have nothing to do with me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even trying to, like, them capturing Reg don't have nothing really to do with you, so why you want to work with them? But anyway, so you want to help get Reg, so you tell her that you are helping the cops. Why are you telling everybody you working for the cops? It's bad enough to work for the cops, especially when you're getting involved in stuff that don't have nothing to do with you, but you're working for the cops and you're telling, I mean, Keisha ain't hood or in the streets or nothing like that, but you're telling people, and it's going to get out in the streets. And once the streets and the hood people know that you deal with the cops, they're gonna try to take you out just because, like, you're putting a target on your back. When it starts to get out and known that you work with the cops, the street people is not they not featuring you like that. They're gonna try to take you out. So he approached Jake. Jake ended up telling him that Reg be hanging out with Hannibal. While they sitting back there in the back, Darnell asked Damien what's wrong with his face. Damien admits, you know, what happened, and then Jada just blurted out that she should have gave him all the money. Child, Darnell is pissed with Damien. When I tell you, Darnell is at his last straw with Damien. Like, Damien has upset his father to the umpteenth. Like, y'all stressing Darnell out. Mainly Damien, you know what I'm saying? But y'all stressing Darnell out. He said that if something happened to Emmett, that he is not he said he was gonna cut him out of his life. Like, Darnell ain't playing. Darnell done took that earpiece out. He is not playing. And then you asking his sick wife for money for gambling debts because you keep making dumb decisions. Like, he is sick of what you call it, Damien, decisions you make, honey. I don't know though. I think this might have really done something to Damien. He, you know, throughout the episode you could just see him going through a lot of emotions. This might have really done something to him, and hopefully it's a change that's gonna make him stop gambling. Like, it's simple as that. Just stop gambling, Damien. Like, I ain't gonna say all your problems will go away, but all your big problems and stuff that be going, yeah, they will be gone. Jake and Victor talking about how they gonna get Reg out of Jake's apartment. Shad wasn't really feeling it. Shad child, Reg thing touched Shaw's heartstrings with that last conversation they had on the last episode. And Shaw is really feeling emotional towards her. Like, he's really, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess understand. I don't know how to explain it, but he's feeling like emotionally attached to Reg because of, you know, I guess growing up around him and being around him during his childhood and all that type of stuff. Yeah, if you had a hand in raising Reg, you definitely failed. Like, Reg is a loose cannon out here. But I can't even lie. I did, like, and it's weird. It's like a manipulation tactic, but it's like, I did kind of feel bad for him toward the end of the episode, but I'm gonna talk about it. Okay, so Jake and Victor came and put Reg out the apartment, and he basically started to tell them how it went down with him and Emmett. He was trying to explain himself, like, he didn't just shoot Emmett to, you know, like, hurt him or whatever, but Emmett came in his place fighting him, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, pretty much attacked him and just jumped on him. So he shot him in defense, you know what I'm saying, like, trying to get him up off of him or whatever. And they stood their ground and they told him to leave. That's kind of why I did feel, because Reg did so much other messed up stuff and y'all didn't turn y'all back on. And I like Emmett, and I do feel like I ain't gonna say Reg had a right to shoot him. He definitely didn't, but it's somewhat justified. Like, he didn't just go find Emmett and just shoot him, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's somewhat justified, but at the same time, he didn't have to necessarily beat Damien that bad. Like, okay, a couple punches, but literally you probably would have, like, bashed that boy face in if Hannibal didn't stop you from beating Damien. So it's like, you don't have an off switch anyway, or you don't have a limit. It's just like you just start doing too much. I don't know. And Jake better watch his back. I was finna say, I don't think he's safe either in that apartment, because Reg living in that apartment, like, I don't know, Reg might come back over there trying to bother Jake, and I don't know if he's safe over there. Kevin would not have wanted all that going on in his apartment, y'all. He would not have wanted all that going on, and he definitely wouldn't want his brother Emmett, like, he looked at Emmett like a big brother. He would not want his brother Emmett to have been shot inside his apartment, like, over the stupid stuff. Like, it's just, it's too much going on. It's too much going on. Nook goes to Hannibal's house, and they got Kyla Pratt playing his wife. It's good to see her acting. I hadn't seen her in nothing in a little minute. Like to see, I love the young black actresses from my childhood, like her, Raven Simone, like all the girls. I love all of them. So I was happy to see Kyla Pratt. And y'all, she had a little attitude too. I said, oh, okay. I don't think I ever seen her play, like, she normally play like a bubbly type role, like, so I was like, yes, range. So she wasn't playing with Hannibal. Anyway, so Nuck comes to their place. He tells Hannibal he working with the police, and that's why I said Nuck just I don't think Nuck gonna be around much longer. I don't think Nuck gonna be around much longer. Keisha, girl, your baby daddy, I think he finna just disappear. I don't know, disappear, something gonna happen to Nook. He just doing too much. Anyway, so he tell Hannibal he working with the police, and he want Hannibal to keep an eye on Reg and tell him where Reg gonna be at. And he was like, well, Reg, since you the only person that kind of like cool with him, he probably just gonna come to your house or whatever. And baby, Kyla Pratt, I don't know what her name is on here. I gotta find out these new characters' names, because it's like we getting new characters every episode. So I don't know her name, but Kyla Pratt, she wasn't playing with him. She told him no, he can't come stay here, and if he come here, you gonna be on the couch. Okay, she wasn't playing. He said, oh, okay, well, he can't come here then. Like, he just said, I'm not sleeping on the couch, so he ain't coming here. But I found out where he at though, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. Back to the hospital in the waiting room. Why is Jamal and Dom having an argument about having kids in the waiting room? Emmett is back there fighting for his life, and y'all up here arguing about having kids. Like, no shade, why is y'all even there? Just because y'all work at Smokies? Like, I get that he the business owner and stuff like that. Like, I get it, but we didn't need y'all in the weight room, especially if y'all gonna be sitting there arguing about having kids. Like, y'all should have talked about this a few weeks ago before y'all got married. Like, this was just a dumb conversation. They was pissing me off. I was like, somebody get them up out of the weight room. Like, this is not the time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it might be the time for you, but everybody else in the weight room is distraught because I'm not saying y'all don't love Emmett, but y'all aren't as invested because this is what y'all worry about at a time like this. Like, come on now. And Jamal basically was arguing, his point was saying that, well, at least Emmett got kids to pass down his legacy to. Emmett got too many kids. And do he spend time with all them kids? EJ over there feeling neglected by his mom. Like, it's just a whole bunch going on, all these different baby mamas. Like, yeah, I guess if that's the legacy, if that's what you want to do, I don't know. It's a little spread out all over the place, but I did like how they compromised about going to therapy, and they agreed to see a therapist instead of Pastor Zeke, because I personally don't believe you should go to a pastor for therapy. You can go to a pastor to ask them for scriptures to read. They can teach you about the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's a particular thing that you're going through, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can ask for maybe a specific type of prayer, or like I said, a specific scripture that can help you. I don't know, but sitting there and divulging your life story to a pastor, and you know what I'm saying, I just don't think they're qualified. Like, it's like, yeah, you know the Bible, but do you know mental health? Do you know, first of all, there's no HIPAA laws in place, so if I sat up here and tell you my business, you can go back. I couldn't tell y'all how many stories I heard like that. Like, people was like, oh, I went to the pastor for counseling, and they sat up there and told all my business. You went to the pastor for what? And they told your business. They don't have a HIPAA law to not be, you know what I'm saying, to be able to tell you. They're not trained to give people therapy. They can quote the Bible. They can tell you about the Bible. You know what I'm saying? That's what they can tell you. They cannot give you therapy. Like, I don't know. I feel like you should. Me personally, I agree with you should always, and especially in this situation, because if you was considered therapy from a preacher, it surely should not be Pastor Zeke. Pastor Zeke ain't right. Okay, no. Like I said, you can go to a regular therapist, and once you figure out what you got going on, maybe you can go to the pastor and tell the pastor, hey, I'm in therapy for childhood stuff that I went through. What's a good scripture? You know what I'm saying? Like, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you suggest I read or lean on that's in the Bible right now? You know what I'm saying? What's some good words you can give me? But no, I'm not finna divulge my childhood trauma. I'm not finna divulge, you know what I'm saying, relationship issues and stuff with you. Like, no. And then you be preaching about it Sunday. I'm telling you, people say it all the time. They go to therapy with the preacher, and the preacher be sitting up there preaching about it next Sunday. Oh, people, da 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 da. And you saying like, oh my God. So another thing that happened in the hospital, Alicia talked to Tiff about making a will, and I don't think she's wrong. She be putting Tiff on game. Alicia definitely comes off a bit controlling and aggressive, but she's a very knowledgeable woman. Like, she really put into, like, she gave Tiff the lounge to run. She moved in her house, which is cool for the time being, but Tiff, you run the lounge, girl. I'm gonna need you to use that income and that source of income on paper and put your application in and get you a house sister, apartment, something, whatever you want. Get what you want, but I'm gonna need you to get your own. Get out that lady house. I mean, she cool, but I just probably wouldn't want to live in her house. No. She cool to a degree, but you see how she can controlling and aggressive. It's like, you can let her mentor you, but you don't need her in your, you don't need to be in the house with her every day. Like, you gonna need your space and stuff, you know what I'm saying, like, to do you. And yeah, anyway, what you call it, and I feel like Alicia wants to like mentor Tiff and like mold her into like a woman who got her stuff together. Like, I think it's like she almost kind of molding Tiff into being like her, but not like the aggressive version, but the the business smart woman that Alicia is. Like, I think she's molding Tip into being business smart and having her stuff together and being good with her money. And Tip, girl, you need it. Like, you a business lady, you out here with your mushrooms and all that stuff. Yeah, she putting you on game how to run the business and how to make sure your stuff in order. And like she said, she said she want to take care of her grandson. I don't know if y'all caught that, but I think she said grandsons. So I think she's talking about both of them. So not only is she looking out for the son that Tiff about to have by Rob, but she also looking out for Emmett's son as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, which is pretty much should happen, because I mean, Tiff, his mom, you know what I'm saying? That, like, it's only right to do something for him as well. You know what I'm saying? That he benefit because of them. So I agree. Reg then went over that girl house that was had came over there with Dante. Reg, so now we understand why they showed that little clip of Reg and Dante and the girl, because now he over the girl house. Hannibal found out where he at. Keisha then went to Smokey's and set everything up, and Dom came to help her out. I thought that was nice to see Keisha trying to you know, run Emmett business, but it just showed even more like, Keisha, girl, you out here working like a slave, doing wife activities, and girl, you ain't got the ring, sister. You ain't got the ring, but we gonna get to that in a minute. They wouldn't even let you back in the hospital to see that man. Like, people think marriage is just a piece of paper, but it's way deeper than that. I'm not saying nobody should get married or force themselves to get married, but if you're gonna operate like a married couple, at least put it on paper so you can get the benefit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can get the benefits of it. Like, you're sitting in the waiting room, and his brother that got him in the situation can go back there because that's his brother, but you can't even go back there. And you live in the house with this man, you are pregnant with his child, and you can't even go in the back. You're like, girl. Anyway, Pastor Zeke going through it, child, with the white lady, and she said she can't start. I wasn't really paying that conversation a whole lot of sense, but it's just, apparently Pastor Zeke done lost his church, however kind of way that was, and the white lady said she's not finna pull a Drake and be like, started from the bottom, now we're here. She not doing that with him. She said, baby, no, I'm not going to the trenches with you. This ain't for me. And yeah, she left him. After she done did all of that. Girl, you done did all of that on the internet, posting the man and all this stuff, but now, you know what I'm saying, he said he wants you to start from the bottom, but now you can't. You, girl, you messed up his whole thing. Anyway, Kenya mama and grandma is talking, and they done found a gun. We're gonna get back to that in a second. Keith also stays with the girl that was with Dom. I mean, not the girl with Dom, the girl that's with Reg. That was over Reg. That's his cousin, apparently. She just running a trap house or something over there. Like, what did he say? It's a halfway house. Literally, girl, you just let all the struggling thugs and bums just move up in your house. I don't understand people like that who just let all kind of people move up into their house. That's crazy. Reg and Keith start talking. They start talking about Damien and his gambling problem, and how Reg ended up shooting Emmett. Okay, so back to Kenya now. Kenya mama goes to Zeke and tell him about the gun she found in Kenya's drawer. And I don't know, Kenya was just giving them attitude about it, you know, not attitude, but she was just like that it was Zay's gun or whatever. I don't know, we'll see what comes of that, because I mean, something could come of it. Like, the police might end up turning it over to the police and putting some things together pertaining to their gun. I don't know. He says he knows a shooter while him and Reg is talking, while him, Reg, and Hannibal is talking. And I thought he was talking about Dom's cousin, the one that ran off with Candy, aka Doodle Wife. You remember the girl that worked at Smoking? Was she was deaf. Yeah, I was finna say blind, but I feel like she's just deaf because she definitely was shooting. I remember her shooting, but I don't think she had good aim now that I think about it. But anyway, we figured out it wasn't her, it was somebody else. So girl, when I tell you this Pastor Zeke and Papa storyline just irritated me to the umpteenth extent. Papa, I know Papa in them little thin braids ain't let Zeke preach at his daddy church. Like, Papa, are you okay? Your daddy is rolling like a hot dog weenie at 7-Eleven. Like, you know how them things, they just be turning. That's how your daddy just rolling. He's just rolling like a hot dog weenie. That man is turning in his grave. He did not fool with no Pastor Zeke. Like, he wouldn't even want you going to his church, let alone you didn't let this man get up in your father's church and preach. Like, Papa, I'm through with you. And them little thin braids with them beads on the back. Like, Papa, I really be trying with you, but you just upsetting me. And Papa, Mama, you had a little attitude, but I need you to do a little. You gonna have to smack Papa. You just gonna have to smack him, like whiplash type smack, like knock him back, knock them beads, smack him so them beads get to flying off them braids in the back. Like, you should have never let Papa do this. Alicia and Tiff sit down with a lawyer, and she trying to leave Tiffany in charge of her estate. Like, I really think she look at Tiffany like a daughter at this point. She lost Rob. Tiffany finna have her grandson, like, and she like mentoring and kind of like molding her. I think she looks at her like a daughter. Like, who else for real is she gonna leave it to if that was her only son and he gone? So yeah. And Tiff was like, she had to think about it. Like, girl, ain't nothing wrong with thinking about it. You know, think about it, but I don't think it's a bad thing. Read over everything though, because Alicia, no, like, I say read everything and see what all she's referring to with her estate. You might want to get your own lawyer to read over and make sure everything is cool and she not leaving you, you know what I'm saying? Not that she would leave you nothing bad, but make sure it's nothing tied to any of the things. Like, because you know she got some, she's a good businesswoman, but she got some I don't want to say issues, but it's like, you know, she be having issues with people. So some of those business might have some bad blood with some people. Like, so I would just say read over it, put your ear to the streets, and make sure everything good before you accept it. But I don't think it's a bad thing. Dom and Jamal at the therapist. When I tell you they didn't talk to their therapist 5 minutes, well, I'm sure it was supposed to be a long conversation in that, and we just saw whatever. But yeah, you can't solve nothing in one session, but y'all ain't even get nowhere. Like, soon as y'all started to go a little beneath the surface, she's like, okay, well, I'll see y'all next time. We ain't gonna get through everything this time in this session. Like, girl, please leave me alone. Keisha done hired more help for Smokies, which was good. It seems good so far, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully nothing bad happened with the new person that she hired. Zeke and Kim almost started talking about the gun, child, whatever. Reg, Keith, and the shooter have turned this lady house into a trap house, and she like it. She's in there, they're just cheesing. I think she passing the blunt back and forth with him. Like, this lady is the perfect lady for Shad. I don't know, I ain't gonna say she the perfect lady, but she like this hood stuff. Like, I feel like she wouldn't have no standards for Shad. She do have her own place, which Shad may feel intimidated by, but he just might be able to help her pay the bills. Like, she might be low life enough just for Shad. Like, y'all might want to get Shad over there to check out to see if, you know, she his type or whatever, and see how they go. You know what I'm saying? See how that goes. Okay, so Nook gonna admit to Pastor Zeke that he killed Papa. Nook is talking too much. He's gonna end up getting taken out. He is just all over the place, and he talking too much. Nook, shut up, Nook, please. Like, and I ain't even root for you because I'm still mad because you killed Rob, but are you even trying to keep yourself safe? Are you even trying? Do you, like, is your guilt that bad that you just want somebody to take you out? Because that's what it's giving at this point. Look, I don't know. Alicia talks to Zeke, and I guess he don't want to work with her no more because he wasn't really trying to tell her no information. We gonna see how that go. Who knows? He might end up still telling the information. We don't know. Maybe she didn't pay him enough. Maybe she can help him get his church back and get him up out of Papa Daddy church, because this is just not okay. I don't know. And if she do give him some money or help him out, then maybe he will be willing to tell some information on Nook. Hannibal told Nook where Reg standing, so we got an officer outside watching Reg. That's why I felt bad for Reg, because I feel like he's definitely wrong for shooting Emmett, but I'm glad Emmett gonna be okay. But Reg, I mean, I feel bad for Reg in a way, because before he even did that to Emmett, he already kind of had a target on it. Like, it's like he already had a target. He's doing stuff, but outside of the stuff he doing, it's like people are just trying to pin stuff on him anyway, even though he hasn't necessarily done anything to them. It's like they just pinning stuff on him. It's like he's just an easy target. So I don't know. That's why I kind of felt bad for Reg, but Reg is not a good person. So I don't know. Him and Nook just need to go away. I'm just sick of both of them. And then Tiff, girl, you make me mad, because why is you mad at Victor? Because he didn't tell you about his brother. And then you gonna hit Nook up, talking about hit him with that "you up" text. Girl, Nook killed your baby daddy. You don't know it yet, but you mad at him because his brother shot your other baby daddy, and because he didn't tell you about his brother being back in town. Bro, everybody thought the man was dead. Like, they probably thought they was, and they already felt like they was going crazy seeing the man, so they probably, it was gonna throw them off to be telling other people, like, you know what I'm saying, scaring everybody, talking about, oh, our brother, he's still alive, you know, whatever. Especially when he calling out, like, they didn't have a happy, like, the happy to see him and reunite with him only lasted a short bit of time before he started bullying Jake. Like, he just started doing stuff, so it's like they weren't happy. I guess he was back around. I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe he should have told you too, but at the same time, it wasn't that big of a deal, because he had no idea that his brother was gonna shoot Emmett. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand why she didn't mad at him. Girl, if you mad at him because of something his brother did, and because he didn't tell you his brother was still alive, imagine how you gonna feel when you find out Nook over there help you putting baby careers together and all this stuff, but he the one that killed your baby daddy, Rob. Emmett woke up from the coma or whatever, and he told him to go get Keisha. Like, she was the first person he was asking for, and he asked her, will she marry him? And did Keisha react? I don't know. I don't know if Keisha said yeah or no, or she just saying, I think it just stopped when he said, I don't think it was really a question. It was kind of a demand. Like, he was just like, marry me or whatever. So Keisha, girl, I don't know. I think my girl Keisha deserve a proper proposal. I understand you and your feelings because you just woke up from almost dying, but it took you to almost die before you realized Keisha was the one for you, and that you know what I'm saying, want to marry her. Like, I get it, the marry me part, but I feel like it's good to hear your true feelings, you know what I'm saying? And in death, like, or almost dying, that's who you wanted to be with, was Keisha. The marry me part, I'm glad you told your true feelings, but at the same time, I feel like you still shouldn't rush Keisha to marry. Like, I think you should give her, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to see it be like a rush wedding, like him waking up from the coma. Like, I don't want him to be like, oh, let's go to the little chapel in the bottom of the hospital and get married. Like, no, if Keisha want a proper wedding and to go all out with it, I think that's what you should do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should give her the ring, you should actually propose again once you get out of the hospital, and a proper proposal, a nice proposal. Like, I don't know, take her somewhere nice, you know what I'm saying, actually propose, you know what I'm saying, like do it real nice and romantic, and then give her the wedding and shit. That's if that's what Keisha want. But I just be like, we're gonna have to see. I don't know, it's just giving, I don't want to say marrying out of guilt, but kind of, you know what I'm saying, like, I don't know, like it should be a little more loving and a little more romantic. That's what but we'll see what Keisha say and what they do on the next episode, y'all. Anyway, the shot is good. I hope the next episode and the last one, because normally it'd be like 10. Well, last season they did like what, 16. It was a lot of episodes the last season. Like it was a good bit. It was a good bit more than 10. So hopefully next episode ain't the last one. I don't know, that'll be kind of sad, but we're gonna see, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.